journey at fce.gg/s4.
Welcome back, one and all. Yeah, sign up for the next season of the FACEIT League. Sign-ups are open until the end of January, and you too can just grab your friends and see how far you can take it in our pyramid. And all of this will funnel into the OWCS action. So if you're really good in climbing to the top, you might actually end up participating in the big leagues.
Yeah, you might end up in the OWCS, maybe facing up, maybe you're at the top of the Masters and you're playing against a team that's getting relegated, right? I know an opportunity for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, now we have like a real connection between all of these leagues, right? Open, Advanced, Expert, Master, and then OWCS. So that's going to be really interesting next year when we come back around, because we need to qualify teams for OWCS. That's going to be a ton of fun, obviously through the FACEIT system. And so, yeah, like, there's a world where you can make your way up through those ranks. You can be one of those teams fighting for qualification to OWCS. See some of those, you know, those washed old dogs get relegated down.
That's right, all the washed players. But yeah, we get the exciting opportunity to have a good look at all those newcomers, those up-and-coming players. So good stuff on the horizon. One of those things is also our next match, Upper Bracket Final. We're seeing Vision Esports making it all the way, and we're looking at this Top Dragon now on tank. Here's the
I like it.
AMDP. We've praised AMDP yesterday so much about the versatility as a tank, and now Top Dragon just slotting himself in.
Yeah, he was awesome yesterday, AMDP. But
what are we cooking?
Yo, Top Dragon, he was like, you know what? I was too good yesterday on Genji and Echo. Step aside. I got this.
So this
and
the upper finals, just want to, you know, reiterate that. A win here puts you into the grand finals of the FACEIT Master Season 3. I think this is very interesting that you would make such an adjustment here. I suppose, you know,
just a control adjustment. Maybe we should not read into it.
what if he's in to play ball?
Anomaly.
What?
Let's manifest it. Let's manifest it.
The Top Dragon ball.
Unlikely. Here is the opposition. This is the team that will be going up again. This is the team that I don't think many people had on their radar. Called them Red Team yesterday, but of course they have a lot of well-known quantities within the team. Reg, actually, the Hong Kong player, the player from Hong Kong, that way around. He and SGI, they played together at 99 Divine. Reg, also a player that retired this year. I think he was like in retirement for like 5 months, and then he decided to come back. So he's like 5 months out of his retirement.
I mean, it's esports.
Maybe he's playing ball as well today. Who knows?
We have people on their like 8th retirement, right? You know, this is, you know, 2 retirements is nothing.
Yeah, that's Bush League.
Yeah.
Bush League, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so how do we even predict this one? Because we've not seen Ereus play on broadcast yet.
I actually,
I
generally
have no idea. Generally,
don't know
no idea.
what to expect. Yeah, you have 3-1. Look, I think I said 3-2 because it was pretty arbitrary actually. It was like, here's a matchup with teams that appear to be pretty closely matched. I am surprised. I think the Ereus has done as well as they have. So I really do want to see what they have for us, especially the comps.
Yeah, it'll be really nice to get a chance to see them to play on the broadcast. I took Vision Esports as well, but you know, with Top Dragon into the tank, you never know. I mean, this is a little bit of a wild card thrown in.
Yeah, we made those threats before we knew that Top Dragon is tanking this one. But then
that is confirmed, right?
So
that isn't an error.
Confirmed.
No, that's like on the thing. Yeah, no, that's real.
That's not as per usual, where it's our graphic being a bit funny. No, this is a real thing. But yeah, those are the 2 teams in our upper bracket final. It is a double elimination bracket, of course.
Whoa.
They, you know, they have more opportunities. See a bit of a switch up here in the map selection, guys.
No, not King's Row. What? I mean,
not
Oasis. This is a little bit of a change of pace, right? Ereus Midtown, Esperanza. These are like dive maps, you would say, Mitch.
Absolutely. I think Esperanza, especially, whenever we saw Ereus come up, we would immediately see, you know, players trend over towards the Winston or Diva direction. There are some maps where you can, you know, play different stuff. I think like Ruins is definitely a little bit more distinctive. We've seen ball comps over there. We don't play yada yada. Here though, where are we? Okay, so Ana Lucio might be the look here for Vision, which I do like. I mean, that's a way to definitely put Top Dragon in a position to succeed. I would think it should be Sojourn Echo for both sides, but I don't know. I'm willing to be confused here.
Could be Tracer as well. Okay, so they'll play Reaper.
Wow,
So
okay.
Reaper Sojourn with Winston's Top Dragon subs in. I mean, he was so good on Genji yesterday, and now we're going to pick up Winston here for Vision Esports.
Top Dragon, by the way, the Flying Ace Spitfire skin, absolutely based decision. Love that one. The Tracy here as well. Gucci and SGY. I mean, Top Dragon's got to respect that echo damage. As you're seeing there, the sticky bombs all getting appended to Top Dragon as they try and make some sort of play over towards that high ground. And I've got questions about this crosshair, man. I'm not going to lie.
That's a new one. You know, I hope as time goes on, we have something where, you know, maybe it's like our observers or, you know, our team like can get like the crosshair codes for all these players, right? So when we're watching them, if somebody wants this at home, they can just copy it.
Because this looks like the Assassin's Creed logo inside of a diamond. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that. Right side here. Does see Gucci make a bit of a drive-by. Vision already trying to pressure this point down. That's the bubble from Rek. Going to be knocked out of it briefly. They're not getting away with this. No way. Ereus, oddly enough, quite split. It looked like Gucci was looking to pressure Zox's position, who hits a fat bionic grenade and actually just wins out against the Tracer.
Yeah, so a little bit of a percentage there for Ereus. Not a ton, as you know, Brightside starts the next fight off with a railgun shot, and then you know, the bio grenade from Zox kind of comes on in. We'll see now how Ereus goes about taking the point. They make a change here, you know, having a Tracer in play, right? Not gonna have that Sojourn. I like the addition to the Tracer. Tracer obviously historically has done wonders with Winston.
All right, Gucci again wants to pressure that back line. Oh, not much you can do about that one. Yeah, beautiful stick on towards Zox here. Top Dragon with a primal drops Gucci down to 3. They do not have a recall, but Top Dragon doesn't really have the wherewithal to go chase them down. Oh, it's the Himiko Toga skin. Big fan of that one, Sharper, my goats. Looking very good, especially with the sound barrier now. Ereus, though, lack control of the point. That's been the issue. Top Dragon just doubles back over towards that high ground, gets the Lucio and that Mega. Now dropping to the point, still about 300 HP to work with. Donghun eventually is able to bring them down.
Well, you also have the nano boost here now onto Brightside as he's using the overclock. So you need a lot of damage to burn that Winston down, especially towards the end of Primal. But you have both supports and Brightside on the point. They're able to do it. She'll get the point back in favor of Vision.
Yeah, Brightside obviously coming in to fill the DPS role in this series.
Yeah,
didn't get to see them so far. Looked fantastic on the point there in a 2 versus 2 with that overclock active. So Vision Esports now once again in control with the Death Blossom to leverage. A dupe here for SGY. Make you wonder if it's going to be like another Winston. Yeah, that's exactly the play. They got booped. Oh no, Donghun actually boops SGY as they come down, so it wakes them up. This is also a horrendous crosshair, SGY. I'll be real with you. Was that the one we were looking at before? Either way, Primal here for free. Rek was able to just tear strips off the rest of Vision Esports, so Ereus will get that point.
that is such a sick sleep there from Zox, but just unfortunate timing, right? Probably was actually just going for the boop at the same time, like almost as the sleep comes in. And just the timing there is brutal there for Vision Esports. Is a really nice sleep, but then once SGY wakes up from that, puts great use of that Winston. And look at this, I mean, Alba's gonna get a kill on Top Dragon right away, so it's gonna be Ereus putting together some momentum here as they're gonna keep the point.
Yeah, looking really good now, Matt. 75% and counting. Vision never had a chance to make use of that Death Blossom at all. They've definitely been staggered through this engagement. And again, Zox has long since moved off that Arno. Too easily pressured.
Arcane has had this Death Blossom what feels like forever, right?
Yeah,
I mean, not gotten in position to do it.
Yeah, zero prior opportunity. It's about time to go, though. Donghun close to a sound barrier. That could be a deciding one in this fight. Remember, a fight win here for Vision could be the round. Already some pressure coming in, though, the direction of Rek and Brightside fallen. Okay, no chance for Donghun to get a sound barrier off. This is a very disjointed-looking Vision Esports team. They've lost their Sojourn already, so now they've got to slow things up. Got to be a beat here now from Donghun. Gets good coverage. The RKM going to push over towards the pointers. Ereus just try and disengage as much as they humanly can for the time being. Not sure what happened to the Scotsman of Alba. Over the edge they go.
He would have
now RKM able to move up into the point. A little bit of a TP into place, if I'm not mistaken. Knocked aside, though, by Rek. It's a Vision Esports point control, though. They flipped it, and now it's their overtime. Brightside comes back from spawn with a vengeance to get rid of the SGY, and REK has been drawn away from the main fight for so long. Finally, we get to see that Death Blossom from RKM, and it's a Vision round win.
I would love to know what happened with Alba there. Is it fall off the map at like 92 or just maybe a boot or something? We just don't see like the kill kind of come in the feed, but that's 92% to sound barrier. That's like a winning fight. As he puts a smile in the chat as he gets primal there towards the end, just gets himself with the sound barrier, not able to touch the point. So yeah, that is unfortunate there for Ereus. I mean, that's a huge ultimate there in that type of situation.
Oh dear, I was being asked to rate Top Dragon's Winston play in the chat. And clearly a fair. Top Dragon maybe not as convinced by it. They also tweet yesterday they feel like they need more practice, even though it was really solid showing from Vision in general. Here they come once more. So similar composition, except Zox won't be opening with the Arda here. So really can't afford to do that, not against these Tracer comps. Ereus though on a Malga.
This is gonna put Top Dragon to the test, right? Malga Reaper trying to play the Winston into it. Good luck with that, as you're gonna be able to just kind of chunk down this Winston fast. He's Top Dragon go to the high ground there, wants to avoid getting in like an upfront battle, but even still, right? You take some damage from the Malga, some from the Reaper, and then now a railgun shot finishes you off.
Yeah, you definitely probably need to switch off this Winston here. Top Dragon just took a face full of damage there. It was pretty isolated. You notice that Gucci was sort of able to just send shot after shot in towards Top Dragon, who was trying to play around the bubble. Alba, did they fly too close to the sun? It's unclear. Top Dragon just snaps them up as they come back off spawn, and here come Vision Esports. Docs here definitely very mindful of dropping into the pit would be inadvisable. And again, Top Dragon's not able to be kept alive. The healing throughput, in fairness, of the Lucio Kiriko comp isn't great. So when you've got both miniguns spinning on the Malga and a bunch of people looking at your Winston, you probably can't keep them alive.
It's good follow-up there from Ereus, but it seems like they're going to lose the fight towards the end, where Rek and SGY, they actually chase the Winston down when Top Dragon uses the leap to go on in. And to go out, and they chase that Winston down, but Brightside yet again on the Sojourn, just picking players off on the point. They get SGY. Rek is really low, trying to use a charge to get back to the supports, not able to heal him up, and Vision able to flip the point.
Gucci backing up here. Ereus now, no reason not to just capture the point at this time. They need to double back and deal with that, and that's given Vision a chance to reconvene her over towards the middle of the map, and it's going to be a dive from Vision. They've got the sound barrier to work with as well. Kitsune Rush really going to be benefiting RKM. Look at him go with those shotguns. Nobody from Ereus really wants to touch down here, but they eventually have to get off this bridge. Death Blossom built here for RKM. I might need to use it inside this Kitsune Rush.
It just gets deleted.
Yeah, I mean, Brightside's got a safe position. I do like this, though. SGY giving Brightside absolutely no room to breathe, but RKM could still be a threat. It's just that Vision get pulled apart so much that Reaper actually can't help any of them. X scenarios.
Yeah, is this possible, though, here for RKM to make it back to the point? And it's actually going to be Top Dragon over the top there with the Primal Rage. Going to get taken down to just a sliver of health. As RKM not able to get back onto the point and contest it. So this will be the flip here for Ereus.
So that was a Primal Rage used to stall the point, I guess, for about like 5% or something like that. Top Dragon realizing they probably need to switch here. Maybe just rancing, mirroring the Malga.
Yeah, this Brightside's been getting some early pickoffs, man, on the Sojourn. This takes out SGY. I mean, that's huge. It's going to be an overclock here from Gucci just to try and prevent them from walking forward, and also a cage fight there from Rek. So this is going to be a fight win for Ereus.
Donglin does well, peers in from the periphery of the fight, excuse me, able to take Gucci down, and Brightside's back with more of those picks. A second! Chava just ruined by that one. Rek, though, healthy enough, though, to put that pressure down on Brightside, who doesn't have a lot of healing. Donglin, though, returns to the fray, and Top Dragon comes back off spawn to have the last laugh.
That should have been a little bit easier there for Ereus, right? I mean, they have a huge advantage. You get that overclock in, cage fight, there. But Brightside, especially with the Hellbolt Donglin, right, getting in position, pushing on up, and being able to land some of those railgun shots. That's really been the biggest difference here early on. And Top Dragon now over to the Malga. I'm pretty confused on why we see a change in terms of tank. Maybe we'll see some more changes here for Vision Esports as the series goes on.
Death Blossom for SGY. Top Dragon, there's no way of evading that. Continue to rush there for
You know, Vision Esports now going on the point there with the Kitsune Rush. Donghun getting very low, gonna end up using the beat. It's gonna connect with him and RKM. Top Dragon doesn't get the benefits of that, but it most likely does not matter as RKM pushes on forward. The rest of the team there to help him out. Top Dragon on the point. That'll be flipped here for Vision Esports. We'll see though if Ereus is able to get a touch as SGY gets one. Jumps onto the point, just trying to keep it contested.
All right, well, that cardiac overdrive for Rick means that Vision need to give him a bit of space now. Top Dragon comes in, good stop though. Also, cage fight active. Rick and SGY both caught inside of it here. That's the game-winning play. That is going to be the map for Vision Esports as Ereus lose control of the point, trying to regroup. Nutty stuff. Top Dragon finally tempted to switch over towards something a little more conducive at the tank role, and they find success.
Yeah, but I think the DPS there for Vision Esports, I mean, they've been crazy with RKM and Brightside, able to come up with some huge kills, whether that be on the Reaper or the Sojourn, where Top Dragon, I think, played both tanks fine. I don't think it's like the biggest difference maker there. I think for me, it's just the amount of early pickoffs that Brightside is able to get, even in some fights where it looks like a losing effort, right? Brightside and RKM able to come up with some plays.
Definitely feeling that now we're realizing why this map pool is looking the way it is. That Vision Esports probably want to put Top Dragon on Winston whenever they possibly can. That doesn't really explain why maybe Midtown is in the selection, is that's not typically a dive map. But either way, looking back over this map here, you mentioned it, right? A lot of the early picks from Brightside, really for no reason at all. In that case, SGY is like pretty far forward in fairness. But there's a couple times where Brightside just straight up saves the fight. This is a player that was warming the bench yesterday for this team. Come in, just add water, having an instant impact.
Yeah, Ereus actually picks Midtown here for this second map. So curious if they have some kind of strat cooked up for it. If they want to actually continue to play maybe some of this Winston comps we saw early on Ereus. But it seems like for Vision Esports, right, Top Dragon just ends up playing the Winston for this team, and they have no problem dealing with that type of stuff. So this is a huge map, I think, for Ereus, right? You fall down 0-2 here against a team like Vision Esports with how they seem to be playing here at the moment. Obviously, getting a win over VP the other day is huge. It'd be really difficult to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think that, Midtown will be very telling for us because Top Dragon was pretty reluctant to make the switch over towards the Malga mirror. But, I get the impression we're talking about the kind of player who's kind of done it all in this game.
Maybe he'll put himself on support, get a little Top Dragon support come on through here towards the end. But we'll get an idea. Still waiting on some subs, seeing if either team wants to make some changes going into Midtown. I think for Vision Esports, be quite telling, right? If Top Dragon goes back to DPS, maybe it's like play some Genji or other type of like projectile heroes. Maybe they still feel like he's their best look on Winston, potentially. That would be a little bit interesting after what we saw yesterday, but you never know.
I mean, yeah, Ereus did choose Midtown in their matchup against Ex-Oblivioni. And they were, I think they're full held on that map. They did particularly well. So, that's definitely a preferred pick for them. We don't really know what their hero pool is at tank necessarily, what kind of comps they're looking to go for. So we're discovering this as much as the rest of you. I guess Peps and Oblivioni know, as they've had to be on the receiving end of this in general. But Vision Esports clearly having to make accommodations for their lack of tank players so far have looked really good. Clearly, a lot of depth at the DPS role of this team.
Yeah, some very talented players. I know, like we mentioned yesterday on Vision Esports, a lot of players who have experience in like the Saudi Elite, things like that. So a lot of players on the up and coming there. You can also be up and coming by playing FACEIT Pugs. Maybe you get in there, maybe Mitch is in there. You just, maybe streaming, you beat them down, right? Everybody wonders who you are. You end up on a team, you go to FACEIT Masters, everything. So make sure you get on, play FPL, play FACEIT Pugs. Never know where it could go.
I feel like you're just talking about the Crusher 99 pipeline. I tell you one thing, I won't be streaming though. So yeah, you'll have to pummel someone else on stream, chat.
Hey, you never know. You play some of these games competitively. This is a completely off topic, but I got a message the other night, play some games with some people I played the original Xbox with, I competed with online. That's like 20 years ago. I was like, yeah, sure, let's game. So you never know. Maybe you'll get a basic pug. Maybe you'll meet somebody. 20 years later, you're still playing games together. I mean, that's kind of cool.
That's crazy. I mean, You just like randomly, like, you haven't talked to people in 20 years, just threw down?
Yeah, you know, we've like kept in touch, but like they were like, I think they need another person for their stack, and they were like, hey,
Okay.
he's on. Let's see if he wants to play.
You played Overwatch?
Like, yeah, sure. Yeah, we were gaming.
That's crazy. All right, cool. All right, little base, not gonna lie. Here we go. Subs should be on the way. We'll know at least. Oh, AMDP is in the lineup now. So
Top Dragon is conceded. He's given his role back.
I came, I saw, I conquered,
Yep.
and now I'm back over towards it. Yeah, maybe Sowi's telling us maybe they were, answering a bet, or maybe there was a point to prove.
So he's got a theory here that we complimented AMDP too much yesterday. And Top Dragon was like, you know what?
I think the Top Dragon glaze was in
Top Dragon's like, I just need to dominate harder. I will play tank and DPS at the same time for this roster.
They got a lot of praise. We were very impressed with that team, especially because I guess we were compensating because we all predicted Virtus Pro to beat them in pretty striking fashion. So, we had our we walk into a lot of these games in the FACEIT League sort of, with no expectations of some of these rosters here. It's always great to see someone like Vision Esports, who, as we know, has put the results in, like Saudi League, for example, to turn up and actually be a real contender in this competition, which is great to see. Great to see some new names here, really taking it to some of the household names in Europe. Virtus Pro, obviously, were a real fixture through the OWCS here, so next year already is looking pretty spicy in terms of EMEA.
This is also a great time, obviously, with next year approaching rapidly, right? You don't want to like not compete or do anything for a few months and then just go right into, OWCS like qualifiers, right? I mean, this is a scenario where you want to kind of keep hot moving into the new year. Is Vision Esports will be on offense, so the support line's looking much more, similar to what is this crosshair from Gucci? I mean, this is wild.
All right. Thanks. Oh my goodness. Clearly, he might know something that we don't. Top Dragon knows able to win the fight out. There's a disruptor shot, in fairness. Gucci is trying to throw down to make it hard to dive them. They still get picked off at range. Another cooldown rotation for top down. Another kill.
How you focus with that on the screen? I feel like he's so distracted.
Why are we doing this in officials?
I love it. I think it's like a new thing with the observer thing where you can actually see the crosshairs now.
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating. Is we back on with Gucci. It's a really fast take here on the point for Vision Esports. Like you mentioned, I know Ereus was able to full hold Ex Oblivione on this map. It's their map selection. Not the case here. Vision Esports playing quite well.
Very quickly on the crosshair topic, that could be much worse. If there was Bloom on that crosshair, that would be absolutely egregious. I could accept.
Dude, Jack plays with Bloom.
Static. Oh, that's messed up.
I watch Jack sometimes. He plays with Bloom. Like,
yeah, he would. That's wild. Vision Esports here, a little bit in disarray at the moment, but still with all 5 players to work with, just looking to pick apart some of these individual skirmishes. Across the map, to trade 1-for-1, but SG1. Guarantee a good death loss of.
Yeah, it's also interesting how Vision Esports is going about playing this, right? They're playing this Mauga composition without a Sojourn in the mix, so no like long range pressure. Maybe a little bit of a different variation of how we're going to see Mauga being played moving forward, right? In combination with a Reaper, getting right close up to the other team, pushing them back, as this will be an orbital ray on the high ground here from Zox, coming from an opposite direction of the rest of the team. You now have bridge control here for Vision Esports, as I know they will end up moving the cart underneath the bridge and really just using that orbital ray. Really nice play there from Vision Esports as the cart move under the underpass here. We'll get another fight before that second checkpoint. Then Ereus coming out of the spawn. What do you really have to work with? Now, you would love orbital ray, especially if it's going to be like a close quarter battle. With that Echo Reaper in the mix. Don't have that at the moment. You have the overclock. See if you can get a pick here early. Nice shot there on RKM. See if you can work him down. But actually, Donghun uses a rally there. Rally cage fight here. Cage fight for both teams. Rally as well for both sides. But it's the damage of Vision Esports. Looks like it's going to come out on top here towards the end, as both supports here getting isolated by Vision Esports. It looks like Chava just gets that orbital ray maybe a little bit too late. No reason to invest it there. Gucci, he'll get dealt with back on the cart. That'll be the second checkpoint here for Vision Esports. So although we do have a cardiac overdrive wreck coming back, SGY does get one. It's going to be players just kind of flooding on in. They actually invest the orbital ray in here, so maybe they feel like this is actually winnable as AMDP trying to hide, wants to wait some of that orbital ray out. So this is actually going to be a hold here from Ereus. So nice job. Didn't seem like they were going to be able to get a hold there, but you know, a few players getting on. SGY able to take out no Donghun there, and then you're able to use that orbital ray coming back. You get a hold.
Just breathe, Matt.
What happened,
buddy? Nicely done.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we told you could go get a break and heat your food up. That doesn't mean you take a break during the game. You know, come on now.
No, dude, I've been here for the last minute. All right, I'm back. Top Dragon already starts off the fight on the front foot, suffice to say. Coming off the Echo, over towards the Genji here. Apparently, he got bored of having a second Malka cage to bring into the fight. This time, Vision Esports are going to get what they came for. There's no way Ares is walking away from this.
They give you the easy fights, these teams. You know, they just walks right in. I mean, they kills everybody. I mean, you didn't even have to go back to eating or whatever you're doing. I mean, you know, that's Vision Esports.
Honestly, I think you need to get taken out for an airing every now and then, Matt. You know what I mean? You need to know what it's like on this side.
I mean, you know, you're lucky I don't have to do it more often. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. So
yeah,
maybe I just got to work on my Australian accent.
Yeah, that's exactly the only thing you're missing, honestly. And then you're right there. Great work by Top Dragon. SGY, again, trying to establish some sort of foothold on the high ground, but the tempo's been really good here for Vision Esports. RKM, happy enough to deal with Chaba here, as now Ares are essentially surrounded. They don't really have a way to fall back now, with AMDP, right behind Gucci. And he falls into the Malga. This is Vision Esports now, starting to run away with things. Also, getting to take double support ultimates in this fight. Donghun potentially having the capacity to interrupt SGY's Death Blossom, which would be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, much more of a brawly setup here for Vision Esports, right? They'll be able to just kind of go in behind that Maga, just playing quite aggressively. And now with both support ultimates here, plus Blade, I mean, you're in a fantastic spot as they have the Kitsune Rush use here for Alba to kick things off. But I mean, dude, Vision Esports, you're able to just jump everything in here. I mean, this is just brutal. It's Vision Esports, Mitch, they're kind of dominating here. I mean, Ereus wins like, what, 2 fights this map, 3 fights this map? I mean, Vision Esports looking clean.
And this is Ares' map pick, Matt.
Yeah.
Instead of make that clear. Gucci suggested that the Midtown ban might have been advisable. This is Vision just walking up with a pretty standard Malga comp, right? Bit of Echo to start with, and then Top Dragon moves over towards the Genji. I do think that there was a lot of snowball that occurred, you know, through the sort of second phase of the map here. Area is definitely smarting after that one, but this has been a map that they've been picking habitually. This time though, it's not worked, which is a pretty grim sign for the rest of the series.
That's always a bad feeling when you're like, okay, we have this pocket map pick and this is what we're gonna do here, and you kind of roll through everybody. You get to this match in the upper finals, you're like, I know, even if we lose map 1, we got Midtown in our back pocket, you know, map number 2, and then you just kind of get ran through. That's it's tough to kind of bounce back from that. We'll see if Eris is able to do so, maybe with some changes to the comp. Vision Esports dumping these Sojourn's interesting.
I think that you getting run over in the mirror is even more sort of demoralizing here. Vision just seemed to be, you know, able to play any which comp. Mind you, this is the team that were like switching constantly against Virtus Pro and causing problems for Risharo, for example. So there's a lot more in the toolkit for AMDP than just this Malga look. Whereas from Ereus, we've really only seen this kind of comp. They had to play a bit of Winston, right, on Lighthouse, but that is just Ereus things. Here, though, they've been soundly beaten.
We'll see, maybe SGY on the Genji can kind of change things up, playing a lot of Reaper. And the last one is RKM, just peeking through the window here.
Timing. Chaba does see them emerge, but focusing beam from Top Dragon just adds to the damage. Recto at least is able to respond, but this is a very favorable engagement here for Vision. Pushing up, and if they can get the Malga here, big if, they'd be very happy. That's enough, though, and of course, Top Dragon will be back quickly enough.
Does Ares have another look that you can go to here? Cassidy. So, with how fast and aggressive that they're playing, right? Maybe you feel like the Sojourn can't really build the charge up or, you know, defend herself as well. But Cassidy is like a pretty stationary target.
Yeah, but obviously pretty good against the Echo and the Reaper, respectively, providing Gucci has the space. RKM literally went to the same spot behind them, stood on top of the dumpster, and waited for Ares to push out. This time, just biding his time a little bit longer. And Ares just walks straight past that position. They don't go back to check it. And eventually, in comes RKM again.
Yeah, this is your upper finals. I mean, this is Vision Esports. The first map back and forth, right? I thought, but so far here on Midtown, Ereus' map pick, a little bit of a pocket map pick. It has not worked out quite well, as still trying to go through the choke here. Wreck take a lot of damage. It's going to be the cardiac overdrive already used. Yeah, you're going to fall.
Yeah, and frankly, SGY can't do a darn thing about Top Dragon here. Gucci is still that large until they get turned into a pancake. A direct hit there from AMDP with the charge. This is 2 minutes 20 on the clock here for Ereus. Need to make a play, and Vision have not had to use any of their ultimates. This is, pretty obvious spot.
Vision looks clean, and I think you can also tell that this team is obviously had a lot of time playing with each other. It seems like they're pretty well coordinated, and also they seem to have, like we saw against Virtus Pro, they seem to have an answer and response to everything.
Duke Cassidy here for Top Dragon. He wants to show them that he can do it all. Already halfway, by the way, to a free Deadeye. He's absolutely dominating here. Chopper does get a orbital ray off, and SGY is able to slink out of the fight here, but Ereus are in no position to start to cap, and that is some pretty sharp shooting from the man. Does get a free reload, and gets knocked out of Duke. A big stagger here on Alba will be devastating.
I mean, the team was coming back. I was like, there's no way you're going to be able to make it out. I mean, you can't really try and die faster, right? It's kind of like you're at the mercy of Vision Esports, but man, just even more brutal stuff here.
Top Dragon might be looking to bully Alba off respawn here. Into the back line, big sticky connection. Charge comes in. Hindrance from the grenade, though. Gucci's able to clean up Top Dragon. Now cage fight thrown down by Rek. This is Ereus delivering all of their ultimates here. And they're not actually using them out on the point. So by the time they get there, by the time they start to cap, Vision may have a chance to reinforce and fight again.
Yeah, will you be able to get another fight here for your Vision? I mean, you didn't even start capping till now when just about everybody is up for Vision Esports. So, yeah, you're going to be able to get that walk-in position. You get a Juno speed ring here. You're able to get around this corner. Can you actually get a full hold out of this? Yeah.
It's going to be a touch here for AMDP. They're going to be able to get onto the point, but a Deadeye from this range. Gucci has got such a good position to throw this in from. Looking for more. Does get Top Dragon, so there should be an Ereus point cap now. Vision have to give it up. As again, they could contest, but they cede such powerful positioning to the attackers.
But still, getting it into overtime, right, is a pretty big win for Vision Esports, considering that their overall time bank is pretty good, as Ereus wants to take control of this high ground bridge. It's an absolute must scenario there. They cannot kind of concede this position to Vision Esports, right? You wouldn't be able to get that payload underneath the bridge. You'd be stalled out for a while. Vision Esports just run up right on top. They take this position. Guess what? Now they have this orbital right. I mean, they're going to be very difficult to eliminate.
All right, well, Gucci gets flattened. So despite Chopper also having built an orbital raid, there's just no window to make use of that. Sorry, Ochako. That's all part of the plan. Vision also with another Death Blossom to work with. And also, this is a part of the map where you can play up and have the Reaper drop in behind really quite easily. So,
you know what I'm thinking? I wonder if, maybe you actually have Top Dragon play the Winston in map number 1. Because it's a map that you want some of the hit scan or you want a sojourn, so you want Brightside in, but you're also, like Top Dragon was talking yesterday, they use him for a lot of calling. I wonder if they kind of leave him in to call and play the Winston.
Yeah, that might be true. Although, it seems like they're doing just fine with Top Dragon just duping a tank and calling from that position, because he takes 2 kills. It's like a massive shoulder charge.
Jumps right into the cage.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you need to move into orbital ray range. Ends up kind of working against him. Rek does get the better of him now, and Ereus might have finally broken this spawn camp, but we are at 90 seconds left to play. SGY is not guaranteed to escape this, by the way. Zox.
No, it's a very tough fight there against Zox. And yeah, you have to use some of these ultimates for Ereus just to get the cart out of the spawn. I mean, Vision Esports going to be able to get right on top of that bridge yet again. It's kind of a brutal scenario, as you're gonna need something to break your way if you're Ereus, right? Like maybe it's a rally that goes sideways here for Vision Esports that allows you to hold on to something, keep it going. But yeah, this is already AMDP into the back line.
Now they both just dive on the Juno instantly. Top Dragon goes for it. SGY gets Donghun though, and actually both supports from Vision are down. You can see that the idea here, at least for Vision, is they try and go in. Ereus just respond beautifully, and SGY is, well, clinically effective with that Dragon Blade. Now, though, 40 seconds left to play. A stagger there on RKM is a pretty big deal, but there's a lot of ground to cover still with this cart.
seems like every time they go in, whether it's AMDP picking up the kill or Top Dragon, they're able to just get rid of one of the supports. Really, they're kind of focusing the Juno Chaba right away. You get that Juno out of the way, a lot of good utility gone. As this will be Gucci using the overclock here. Doesn't really find anybody with it. Just gets that Maga there towards the end right in his face, but still just enough other damage that comes down. This will be Ereus getting that second checkpoint, giving themselves at least a chance to finish the map.
Honestly, that's a pretty sick fight for Ereus to win, Matt. They really only have the overclock. It's actually SGY that goes in to find 2 kills before the ultimate really has a chance to be relevant. That's Ereus in a trough of ultimate economy in general. So they're still building up their support ultimate. So to get a checkpoint and a time extension there is pretty massive. And I think it resembles a real snowball in that second phase of the map, and they're looking to keep that tempo up here as much as they humanly can. And with Zox being the first casualty and Vision looking a little bit tattered, I feel like their odds are good.
Vision looks like they're just throwing themselves at the cart, right? They're just gonna burn like clock. Where they're in position, they can take a fight, right? They can like wait a little bit, hold a sec, and take a fight. As you see now even RKM getting on the point, he's gonna stall. I mean, maybe they're playing for like last fight type of scenario here with just all your ultimates kind of thrown on in, but it feels like Vision Esports kind of playing this a little bit odd towards the end of the map.
Yeah, I mean, they are just playing, I think, to stop Ereus from finishing the map, right?
Yeah.
So any clock that they can burn, any ultimates that they can get out of Ereus for free on the way, probably feels like it's worth it. Here's the cage fight, though, and straight on in goes Top Dragon. It's going to be a second Malga in the mix here, but they can't keep themselves healthy enough. Remember, there's a maximum amount of health that you can duplicate of a tank, and it's only about 400 or so. So Top Dragon dies instantly. Gucci just plugs him with a railgun. And the strategy here for Vision Esports, just to throw themselves at the problem to slow things down, might have backfired.
Yeah, and Zox ends up using the orbital ray there towards the end. Nobody's home. I mean, this has just been a little bit of a throw here from Vision Esports. Zox now going to go over to the Lucio, going to get back out, just try and get a touch. So you're going to have this blade here. It's got to be huge.
Yeah, SGI has no one to go for, but we've hit overtime now for Ereus, so, you know, that's going to be an issue. They're going to have to now try and full hold on defense, even if they get the map down, and that's what I guarantee from this point, as Charm's already gone down. SGY does get Top Dragon, but there's a rally here for Donghun, and AMDP is looking strong as ever. Eventually, Vision Esports able to put this map to bed by preventing Ereus from finishing Midtown.
Vision Esports obviously gets the win here. I know looks pretty good on their offensive side against Ereus. Ereus starts to bounce back a little bit. I'm not really a huge fan of the way that Vision kind of finished that one. Like, it felt like they could have finished it a little bit cleaner than they did, but
even if it's like finished in overtime, it's a draw at worst for them. So like a lot of the work for Vision is kind of already done in like that first phase of the map where they get like multiple stops and get the clock sort of below a minute. So I get it. It's messy, but you know, they still get the result that they're looking for here. And they think, hey, if we can actually get a stop, you know, before the end of the map and actually snowball in a bigger way, then our odds are even better. So it's fine. It's a bit more of a flamboyant way to play the game, I will agree. But, you know, after years of, you know, seeing teams play the safest way possible, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Also Vision Esports, right? You were able to take that first point so fast that maybe you felt like, you know, there was not really a threat that they were going to like full hold you, right? That you were going to be able to just kind of break on through with ease. Death Blossom there towards the end, and then Donghun with the rally is really kind of what seals the deal. It felt like they were going to play for that last fight scenario the entire time, and they most certainly did. As Esperanza, a Vision Esports pick, we saw them play this the other day as well. Looked quite good against VP.
Yeah, and our thinking coming into, you know, this series was that maybe they're trying to pick a map that's better for dive to favor Top Dragon. No, I mean, we've obviously seen this team play Esperanza before. Now that Amdip is actually back in the lineup, that little theory goes out the window. Still, you know, you can play Malga on this map. It's entirely serviceable. Vision have been happy to mirror that comp from Ereus here, and they've looked better, I think, in general, across the series. Big part of that for me is just the advantage that Top Dragon is sort of generating. There was a lot of glaze yesterday, still today, looking really, really good. You know, whether it's duplicating Malgas in some of these fights or even copying a Cassidy in one of them, which is a pretty wild decision, and getting a lot of value at that. So it seems like Top Dragon can probably do it all.
And quite interesting that yesterday Top Dragon, right, sticking with the Genji a lot, talked about how good the Genji was, and then today they've really gone with a lot of this like Reaper Echo type of setup, right? And it's not really been the Genji. Maybe it's like they see the Genji on the other side, they want to run something a little bit different. This Eris gets aggressive right off the rip. You got to be careful running into that Reaper though.
Yeah, I mean, and get to reestablish now, we've got our team swapping sides. So Ereus are actually in orange, Vision in blue, as far as the spec client is concerned. And it's a 3-for-3 fight so far. RKM, oh my goodness, that is a point-blank defense by Soggy and able to move up and get rid of the extra DPS. That moment from this individual is going to win the fight here for Ereus.
Yeah, you just got to get rid of the Maga, right? As AMDP still alive for it feels like forever as Alba comes in, finishes him off. As, yeah, some sick plays there from SGY, able to give the bot control over to Ereus right off the rip.
And now you can see just the Dragon Blade, 75% here for Soggy. Top Dragon wasn't on Genji to start with, so we're not making a direct comparison here, but pretty insane first fight for the Genji. Top Dragon might just be like me, you know what I mean? If he gets beaten by Genji, he switches to Genji immediately, see if he can do him one better, but there it is. Songkun goes down early. Ereus, again, with a pretty favorable position to play from. Vision not ready for that engagement at the start of the fight. Soggy stays alive here, and they're absolutely fine. That is beautiful.
Yeah, look at like a much different team now as Ereus with their backs against the wall, right? In a must-win scenario, do not want to go down to the lower bracket, especially, you know, in a 3-0 fashion. You win yet another fight. Vision Esports a little bit behind in terms of the ultimate economy because Ereus is gone, I know, so dominant in these first early fights. So has an opportunity to snowball. We've seen lots of big leads here on Esperanza.
Yeah, you have like a Blade in this fight and a Rally if you want to commit it, if you're not trying to counter Top Dragon necessarily. Here comes Vision again, but Rek just dives in. Here's the stomp, here's the Blade. It's easy, and it is going to be a Rally committed by Alpha here, so all too simple for Ereus. A fight that they'll be able to clean up comfortably, in theory.
Well, I mean, Donghun and Top Dragon are so low. It feels like there's no way you're going to be able to come out on top. Top Dragon still here, just kind of dancing around, trying to work his way back into the line of sight of his brig. As you see, he goes over the top. They want to chase.
Yeah, they want to go for it. Top Dragon, though, can get himself a mega, but still, all the King's horses and men trying to chase that Genji down, and eventually Alba finishes the job. This might start to billow out of control a little bit here as far as Vision are concerned. Gucci doesn't really... Yeah, it's an embarrassment of riches, I think, with these ultimates. Gucci doesn't really have any targets for that overclock. Amdip have to back away, and Ereus are going to round this corner after the first checkpoint.
It just feels really sloppy from Vision Esports, right? It feels like a little bit of a carryover from the end of Midtown, where, I mean, right there you have Top Dragon and Donghun just stay alive forever to really kind of make no impact, just end up just staggering themselves. Now we'll see Top Dragon here with a Blade. Maybe they can actually get control yet again, but it gets absolutely nothing. That's the orbital right there from Chava. But the bot's going the other way, Mitch. AMDP's got the bot going the other way.
Yeah, I like that. It is a bit problematic, though, but Donghun commits a rally to that fight there a little bit too late. Chava gets a lot of value out of that orbit array, and the bot has actually got back to the center of the map. Don't know how you miss Mauga sealing the bot away. Pastor Ereus were happy to allow that to occur, but this will allow Vision to get grouped back up again for a fight. Honestly, a fight where they've got their power ultimates online.
Yeah, and it's going to be a fight in the same position that they just were in, right? So they give up they end up losing that fight, but absolutely give up no progress. So, it looks a little odd, but still pretty nice play there from AMDP.
Soggy caught a trap there. Here it is. It's going to be the order ray that comes in, and it's an easy combo. RKM not standing in the ray, by the way, off to the side with the Death Blossom. Is able to eat up Ereus. Vision would have loved to have found a way to win a fight like that without having to spend every ultimate, but they really just need to get back in the game at this point. They've made zero progress on Esperanza.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a scary scenario, right? You know, you can't just kind of conserve ultimates in that type of situation. You end up losing that fight, then all of a sudden, now you're down 100+ meters, right? It's just not a position you can just willingly give up. You have to just kind of use everything there to fight that. As Top Dragon we'll see on the Sojourn now. So earlier we saw Brightside play the Sojourn here for Vision Esports. We'll get a chance to see Top Dragon's version of it. This is a huge blade here. Soggy's got to go big with it. He takes a lot of damage. I don't think he's going to get much.
There's not much to find. Top Dragon's able just to slide away there as well. And Rek is picked off elsewhere. Soggy has to go in without the blade, commit to that fight. They do have good high ground control. Ereus is actually set up on the bridge now with Alba's rally. Soggy can play that much more aggressively. But Amdip is still alive. RKM, they're getting brought down. I do think all of this investment in the Genji is going to pay itself back for Ereus.
Yeah, you do have orbital right here for Ereus as well, as I don't think you really need to invest in it, right? As AMDB just going to try and hightail it out of there. Just a little bit of meterage there for Vision Esports, and nothing major, so not able to kind of take that fight win and, you know, parlay it into a lot of meters. You know, you're still very far behind.
Yeah, only on 30 or so meters. And Ereus also walk into the next fight with an orbital ray, so they regain priority without having to blow everything available to them, and they should be advantaged here. Gucci's going to try and start the fight off there with an early overclock. Top Dragon caught out. Alba just too far into the front line by the looks of things. Amdip able to punish them out. Gucci gonna be stunned there. Just, okay, plugs one straight into Amdip, and this will be Ereus able to continue marching towards the end of the map, get towards triple digits, and still have a cage fight to work with.
And this is a Vision Esports map pick, right? This is one where we saw them actually beat, VP. It's a very close game, but some come out on top. As see now, they can actually put a stand together towards the end of the map here. It seems like they've just been constantly, even towards the end of Midtown, just kind of playing for these fights where they have just about every ultimate, and they're going to kick things off with an orbital right.
I definitely think they got overconfident towards the end of Midtown and started to let things slip a little bit. Still though, nice purchase there, but okay, that was a beautiful shot.
Little fadeaway.
That was really nice.
That was pretty clean.
Again, that keeps you in the game. It doesn't really advance your win condition. Vision Esports actually need to, get back towards the middle of the map. We still have 3.5 minutes to work with. That's fine. Good ultimates as well online. I'd be a little bit concerned about Alba's shield bash inside rally here. That's obviously going to be a pretty good combo, and another soggy blade from Ereus, but Vision should be in a position to start to make some more strides.
Yeah, the fight win doesn't actually give Vision Esports any meter. It just prevents Ereus from completing the map, right? So see if they can get another fight win. Cage fight jumped around the corner there from AMDP. See if you can maybe catch Rek in it. Looks like you're not going to.
There's a stun!
Oh, that's a huge, it's a huge railgun connection there through Soggy and Rek. That's even with Alba using the rally.
Yeah, that was pretty rough for Ereus. They did manage to stop the Death Blossom, right? Inside that cage fight. I feel like Amdip was just trying to throw down the cage fight to catch Soggy. Let's see how this went down. This is Top Dragon going nuts, just standing on the outside of the cage.
Everybody lining up.
Yeah. Shooting fish in a barrel, one might say. Big chillin'. We got more fights to have though, as Vision are about to get this checkpoint finally. Starting to put themselves in a position to make a real game of it now, but Gucci's going to come out here with the overclock. Instantly takes a railgun though. Soggy and Rek get double stunned by Donghun, who's just so good when it comes to that rally. And that's made it impossible for Ereus to actually leverage this DPS ult. They spend both overclock and blade and don't really get anything tangible for their troubles. Vision now starting to pop off. The bot is being led away from them though, and that will have to be addressed here. Yeah, Alba just sacrificing themselves to try and slow Vision down as they try and cross the map.
You gotta get checkpoint, but then you're in a great spot if you're Vision Esports. I mean, you're gonna have that orbital ray plus the overclock here. So that's a huge fight win, right? Blade plus overclock use there, and it's just Donghun using the rally, keeping everybody topped up. Everybody from Vision Esports does a great job just kind of kiting those ultimates and preventing any huge damage from coming down. And now they have a real shot of marching this one into the Ereus base.
Yeah, this tug of war. Now it looks like Vision Esports are on the upper hand. Okay, charging into the orbital ray for Rek, but he's too far ahead of his own. Chaba tries to throw that ultimate down, but it doesn't seem to matter. They're going to get caught out inside a disruptor shot. And you know that the RKM really just wants to be inside that ray himself if possible, but needs to TP into the fight. They're not in the action. They're purely an onlooker in this engagement now. While Amdip tries to create some opportunities towards the high ground, RKM is too late.
Yeah, they needed to get in the mix a little bit earlier, right? Off to the side. So, Saki was on the bot, contesting it for a little bit, preventing it from moving even further. But that is one that I think Vision Esports would love to have back. I think that was a big opportunity wasted.
Cage fight now for Rek. Gonna throw it down straight away. Sees Amdip a little isolated here. This may work against Ereus. They do need to actually do something about his Moga, but Amdip actually commits an ultimate of their own. Oh, and like they said, look how disjointed they are, and the RKM is not in the fight. He's just not there to capitalize on the cage fight that got thrown down. Thank God Top Dragon's able to find a nice railgun shot onto Gucci here, but the timing is so disjointed for Vision here.
Yeah, they just seem so off, and even in the second half of Midtown, they end up winning Midtown, right? So it's like, oh, well, we just maybe nitpicking a little bit, but towards the end of Midtown, they looked kind of like a little bit all over the place. It seems to be that way now, as they would need a massive comeback to take this map from Ereus.
Alba almost died to pulsar torpedoes there. That that could have been pretty devastating for Ereus. Vision have already got that checkpoint. I want to just remind you of that, but they need to stay on the bot for the entire rest of the game. Top Dragon's gone to a flanking position though. Here's a Death Blossom. Finally, RKM in a position to have impact, but Soggy Blade able to find two. 11 HP in a dream, being forced to deflect here. Almost got yet another one, but Amdip's able to bring them down. Rek wants to charge away, and for Ereus here, whatever they can draw out of Vision ultimate-wise, whatever they can do just to slow them down and guarantee themselves a fight win is enough.
If they get Death Blossom out, You know, it's not the ultimate you're probably worried about the most, though, right? As Overclock's still available. You can have both support ults. Ereus doesn't really have much. Gucci, you know, the last time we saw him use the Overclock, didn't really find anything, right? They used the Overclock with the Blade at the same time. You know, getting a kill or two here with the Overclock would be massive.
Okay, we still have game on here, Matt. Gucci close to an Overclock as well, though. That's when things are going to get really volatile. That minimum railgun damage and maximum railgun damage both being increased means Sojourn is a force to be reckoned with now. Here's that orbital rate coming in from both sides. Top Dragon playing with it now with that Overclock, and Gucci's very, very low. Stomp comes in from Rek and Alba, clinging to life, barely trying to hang on. Gucci goes in, but gets stunned up by Donghun, who just doesn't miss when it comes to that rally bash. And that is a 5. I mean, they lose one player, Vision, in that fight. One, it's just Top Dragon, who'll be back in the fray in no time. This is still doable.
Ereus gives up a ton of space there, right? They just backed up, allowed Vision Esports to come on right in, and you see where the line of victory is. RKM in a fantastic position here, just going to take an off angle. It's Top Dragon coming back up the spawn on the Pharah.
No stomp. Okay, I guess Rek just wants to try and close the gap without stopping it all. He looks like he cancelled it. Here comes the Pharah from Top Dragon. A bit of a counter pick towards the end of the game, but they need a longer fight to get value, and value they're looking for. But the rally's in play from Alba. Good AoE healing here for Ereus, but it doesn't seem like they can do anything about Top Dragon up in the sky. Eventually, though, he's got to come down for a refuel. It's going to be up to RKM. It's too much. 1 versus 3 with the Blossom. RKM, are you kidding me? He's done it. He's won the fight. That is ridiculous! Donghun gets there in time, but it's RKM who saves the day for Vision Esports. One of the sickest clutches I have seen in a long, long time. Unreal, man. That is so sick.
That is like some Overwatch 1 Season 1 type stuff. Death Blossom comes in, kills everybody there. Is you don't have a stun, everybody quite low. It's like a 1v3 there. Donghun comes back. I mean, bro, that is that's a tough way to lose. That's tough.
Is it that? I mean, yeah, I guess if you're the losing end. But
Right,
what
they were
performance, if you
like-
RKM, like, he must be buzzing. I wish we could have jumped into the comms there. Like, he must have gone nuts. We should have had Matt in the comms there. I think.
Yeah, we could have got Dono walled in the comms again.
That's right.
But that was wild.
That was
I
incredible.
can't believe that.
Yeah, I'm taking a moment here to recover, because you rarely see those moments in Overwatch. A lot of the time, things are so deterministic in the game, or like you can kind of see the result of a fight before it's over. But what a way to pull the rug out from under
That's what I love
areas.
about the current meta, because there are opportunities for those massive pop-up moments. I think we had a lot of metas where that wasn't really the case. Like, if it was just you, then that's that. Like, you're dead, your team's dead, that's fine. But like, yeah, for RKM to like come up this clutch, incredible stuff. We actually have an opportunity to go into the winning moment comms from the team. Let's hear what they had to say.
Watch you, okay?
야 올리준 캐나 터치
Incredible stuff. Hey guys, this is the broadcast in your comms right now. How are you feeling? How are you doing?
Feeling so fucking good.
Feeling good, feeling good, actually, so safe. Thank you.
I mean,
RKM's the goat. RKM the goat.
That was. It really was. Yeah, we just got to listen into the winning moments here with RKM coming in so clutch. You guys switched it up a little bit today. What was your prep like heading into your upper bracket final game?
We so happy, and we didn't expect that, you know. And we're gonna just we're gonna win the final, and we got to one, you know.
I mean, you guys look great today. I mean, why is Top Dragon playing tank in map 1? What's the idea with that?
Just let him cook, bro. Just let him cook.
Just let us cook. Let us cook.
Yeah, let us cook.
You were cooking, we were eating. It's all good. It worked out.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Keep cooking.
I wish you liked the Mickey guy.
What's the thought there towards the end, right? You're like the only one alive. Donghun coming back to help you. You had the Death Blossom coming online. How confident did you feel going into that?
To be honest, when you play with good team, you always trust yourself, you know. So that's why I always trust myself.
Right on then. Now, RKM, actually, you get yourself player of the match for that big moment there at the end. So congratulations. Before we let you guys celebrate and rest up for a little bit, which team do you expect to see in the finals?
Verts.
Verts.
Yeah, Verts, bro, again.
Vets, bro, yeah, again. We're gonna win again,
Right
actually.
Yeah, just dub on them again. Why not? Why not? Well, we wish you best of luck in the grand finals. Once again, congratulations and thank you so much for putting on such a show for all of us to watch.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much. Hope it was fun.
감사합니다.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Great.
It was fun.
I was not ready for that. Like I've got roommates sleeping like on either side of me, and I'm not ready for that. On, like,
They ain't sleeping no more.
Yeah, no.
You
know
nearly lost your voice.
Yeah, roommates sleeping. What time is it there?
They like to sleep in. You know what I mean? That's none of my business. You know what I mean? It's a free world out there. But yeah, I mean this is unreal. I mean, RKM.
This is.
Look where Donkun is. He's not there when he goes for the Blossom. Donkun is not in the fight.
I mean, this is like like Beyblade meta type of stuff, right? Where you just kind of come on in. I mean, there's no. I mean, that's one of the wilder finishes we've had the entire year, quite frankly. I mean, that's just a 3-player Death Blossom is not a often occurrence, especially like a 1v3.
It's a 1v3.
They had generally. Like, if you're looking at, like, I don't feel like any one of us had Vision Esports on their radar heading into this. I mean, we knew, like, VP is probably going to end up in the final and then the rest will just kind of duke it out. But, like, Vision Esports, they have been light out. If we're looking at the bracket, their run has been so smooth. Like, they've not really dropped the beat. We haven't really seen a real weakness, a real crack in their armor. I feel like they've been able to cover all the bases. They have been able to like make so many adjustments. Today they much more focused on playing the Reaper and the Echo. Yesterday we saw them a lot on Genji. We know that they have so much flexibility in their tank department. Heck, even Top Dragon can play the Winston for them, opening up even more doors. Like this is incredible stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess the reason why we're more blindsided by it, these are teams that like are competing in like the Saudi E-League, right? But Vision only, acquired Donghorn and Top Dragon after EMEA had failed to qualify for, like OWCS
Yeah,
major.
it's like 2 months ago. Like that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been pretty recent for this particular team. They've gone up to a whole nother level. They win Major 4, with the additions to this team. So, this is still early days for that roster, and they look great. Ereus. We don't get to see. Well, I think Soggy's Genji looks fantastic, and Gucci's a great player. Right? Like I really enjoyed that. I thought they were able to take advantage of the fact that Vision were getting a bit ahead of themselves here. But
wait, hold on.
I didn't really think
is that actually how you say his name, Soggy?
Yeah.
I always called him SGY.
It's fine. It's fine. You can just. I mean, it's an abbreviation, but yeah. I think it's like
him and Mitch are on a
I'm just
first name
reading.
basis. It's fine, Zoe.
They're like this.
Well, I like you.
Yeah, they're
they're
like buds.
Homework, brother. I don't know what to tell you guys, but it's it's Soggy. That's just how it is.
I mean, when you're taking breaks in between maps, so you hear me taking a break on Midtown, middle Midtown.
Yeah. I was hungry, mate. Right? This is a long day. We cast for like six hours straight. Your boy's
You
gonna
need
eat.
the energy.
How am I going to eat my 5 meals a day if I can't eat for a 6 hour
Just
straight?
5 meals? Are you a
lettuce.
rabbit? Why are you having 5 meals a day?
Because smaller meals more frequently is better for your digestion and your protein uptake.
Well, that's actually true. You know what? I'll give you another opportunity to have a little bite because we're heading into a quick break and then afterwards we're back with our lower bracket final. You don't want to miss it. See you on the other side.